Okay, so you've gone through several videos by now about sketching. Now here we are, we're going to come to a video where we're starting away from sketching and moving on to drawing. The difference between a sketch is that it's quick, it's easy to create, it doesn't take a long time, and it doesn't need to be neat, it doesn't need to be accurate, it doesn't even need to be detailed. Where we're going to now is starting to create drawings, and for drawings you're going to need to make it neat, detailed, accurate, and the only way you can really do that is start using tools. So for starters, we're going to look at what tools you need to help set yourself up to create a drawing. Well, first off, you need a flat, smooth surface, and that's where you're going to get either a board, which is portable, or a table, which is not portable but stationary. Once you get that board or that table to wherever you're going to be, you need a T-square or something like a parallel edge that's going to help you create horizontal lines. It's also going to help you put your paper parallel/perpendicular to your board or table. And then once you've gotten that, you need tape. And what you'll probably do with your piece of paper is you'll tape the four corners of it down like that. So that way it stays firm, it stays fit on your board, on your table. Drafting tape's not really as adhesive as regular masking tape or scotch tape, but you don't want to rip up your paper, so use drafting tape. Next, we come to our drawing tools. The most obvious drawing tool is a pencil. And so, there are different types of pencils, and we'll go over that later. But you're also going to need to draw some things using specific angles. There's a 45-degree angle triangle, a 36-degree triangle. Those are two, the 30, 60, and the 45. Those are your two standard triangles. You're going to need to use them most of the time. You can also get an adjustable triangle, which helps you measure angles from 0 to 90. And then there's also a protractor, which helps you measure angles from 0 to 180. And so then you have your drawing curves. Now I put it as curves because I'll tell you in a second. The compass, which helps you measure the radius of a circle, that's one drawing tool. Then you have a template, mainly a circle template. Helps you draw repetitive features. Now, if you have a circle template, it's already going to have pre-made circles for you based off the diameter. So you have a compass, which helps you measure the radius of a circle, and then you have the template, which helps you measure the diameter of a circle. And the French curve, it doesn't help you draw a circle at all. It's called a French curve, sometimes called an irregular curve. It helps you draw curves that don't have a specified radius. And so that's why I call this section for curves. You have those that have a radius, those that have a known diameter, and then those that don't have a radius or a diameter. It's more of a, how would you draw this shape right here? You'd probably use a French curve. I would, or an irregular curve. And so they come in a ribbon type, and they also come in a hard plastic type, like a template. Okay, measuring tools. Well, a protractor is a drawing tool. It also helps you measure, and so it helps you make your markings for that. And you could say the same thing for the other triangles if you wanted to, that they help you measure as well as draw. A divider. A divider is basically a compass, except it's not for drawing. Now, as you know with a compass has a metal point, and then it also has a lead point. Well, let's say this was the lead point for right now. If this is the metal point and this is the lead point, let's take out the lead and replace it with another metal point. Now it just has two metal points. Well, guess what? It's meant for measuring, and measuring from one distance to another distance, another point to another point. Last but not least, you have scales. There's different types of scales, but for drafting, drafting one mainly, you're only going to use maybe these three scales, which is the engineering scale. It has scales based off 10s, 20s, 30, 40. You have a metric scale, millimeters, centimeters, and then you have your architectural scale ruler. And that is a scale that's broken up based off fractions. And I'll show you that later on. So, but those are your measuring tools. The editing tools. The editing tools helps you edit your paper. You're going to need to edit your paper every now and then. And so, eraser is one. An eraser shield. Basically, imagine a small template, no bigger than the palm of your hand, and where, let's say you made a mistake like I did on the R, I'd cover up a certain section and just erase within that gap where it's allowing me to erase in. A brush helps you sweep away, erase residue. And then a dry cleaning pad. Imagine a hacky sack that helps pick up lead. It's not an eraser, it's a cleaning pad. So yeah, it will pick up lead drawings that you want to keep, but it also picks up the smears and smudges you don't. And these last two, they're not really considered to be tools, but they are tools. They're part of your reproduction section. Well, if you need to print out a drawing, you either use a printer or a plotter. The printer uses ink jet from cartridges, and the plotter uses pens that are already set inside of it to help you both, and both of them do the same thing. They both can create color, they both can create drawings for you, but both of them reproduce a drawing for you from a computer.